Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got a one case at 2025 Leaf Football Nation Solo Edition to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and tips as a seller on eBay. And that'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we go live and to be live. Also, to mention no purchase safe, link down in the description. Pack number one. Good luck, everybody. Elijah Haven, Anquan Bolden, and Robert Lewis, 7/15. Roydell Williams, Gunnar Stockton, and Trek Kahuna, 5/15. Travion Henderson, Joe Montana, and Daria Mensah, 2/3. Dual press proof, Danny Werfel and Tim Tebow. That'll be added to a random that'll get into the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either of those two guys. Harlan Berry and Austin Christian, 1/1. Brady Schmiegel, dual press proof, Eric Dickerson and Marshall Falk, and Ty Felton, 5/7. Trek Kahuna, Peyton Houston, and Brady Quinn, 3/4. Bo Jackson, Tristan Keys, and Peyton Falzoni, 5/5. Vince Young, Quintravious Weiser, and Connor Wegman. Quintravious Weiser, Alvin Mathea, and Fernando Heisman Doza, 4/4. Boom. Triple press proof, Joe Montana, Joe Theismann, and Terry Hanratty. Byron Brown and Sam Levitt, 4/6. Wow, we're getting a lot of them. William Perry and Michael Dean Perry, dual press proof. Asani Gales and Cam Skedabu, 5/6. Almost every other pack now. DeLewis Solomon, Calvin Russell, and Calvin Russell, 7/7. Gabriel Batistuta, TJ Harden, and Jaden Greathouse, 2/5. Eli Holstein, Devin Carter, and Malachi Ziegler, 4/4. Amari Miller, Devin Carter, and Woody Marks, 6/6. Malachi Ziegler, Austin Simmons, and Jaden Higgins, 2/15. Nick Anderson, Preston Stone, and Derek Cooper, 13/15. Charles Haley, Keegan Croucher, and Dylan Jones, 1/4. Achilles Smith Jr., Jalen Lloyd, and Nick Harbor, 2/6. Jeremiah Love, William Perry, and Gerard Pringle, 1/1. Triple press proof, Marcel Reed, Casey Conception, and Le'Veon Moss, Ansu Fati, and Jaden Bow, 1/6. Jeremiah Love, Valarim Balogun, and Troy Hune, 12/15. CJ Carr, Tate Reynolds, and Ethan Grunkemeyer, 2 of 3. Jaden Greathouse, Eli Holstein, and Caden Durham, 1 of 1. Ryan Montgomery, Jordan Tyson, and Ryan Rakowski, 4 of 7. Ty Felton, Casey Conception, and Wonderful Champ Mons, 1 of 1. Max Clear, Emmett Smith, and Zach Katz, 7 of 15. Darwin Nunez, Terry Bradshaw, Michael Hawkins Jr., 10 of 15. Earl Campbell, Kyron Jones, 10 of 15, and Israel Abrams. And pack number 30. Found a pack in the break. Connor Wegman, Diego Pavia, and Trevor Jackson, 1 of 5. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break. As always, go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, and then take care of all of our randoms. For the heads, Elijah Haven, Anquan Bolden, Gunnar Stockton, Darian Mensah, Harlan Berry, Austin Christian, Brady Schmiegel, Brady Quinn, Bo Jackson, Connor Wegman, Elvin Bethea, Fernando Mendoza, Byron Brown, Cam Skadaboo, Calvin Russell, Gabriel Batistuta, Eli Holstein, Devin Carter, Austin Simmons, Derek Cooper, Charles Haley, Dylan Jones, Achilles Smith Jr., Gerard Pringle, Ansu Fati, Valarin Balogun, CJ Carr, Ethan Grunkemeyer, Eli Holstein, Caden Durham, Emmett Smith, Darwin Nunez, Earl Campbell, Connor Wegman, and Diego Pavia. Joe Montana, Peyton Houston, Peyton Falzoni, Quintravian Weiser, Jalewis Solomon, Jaden Greathouse, Malachi Ziegler, Omari Miller, Jaden Higgins, Nick Anderson, Preston Stone, Keegan Croucher, Jalen Lloyd, Nick Harbor, Jeremiah Love, Jaden Baugh, Jaden Greathouse, Jordan Tyson, Casey Conception, Max Blair, Michael Hawkins Jr., Kyron Jones, Israel Abrams. Robert Lewis, Roydell Williams, Trek Kahuna, Travion Henderson, Todd Felton, Trek Kahuna, Tristan Keys, Vince Young, Sam Levitt, Sonny Gales, TJ Harden, Woody Marks, William Perry, Troy Hume, Tate Reynolds, Ryan Montgomery, Ryan Rakowski, Ty Felton, Wonderful Champ Mons, Zach Katz, Terry Bradshaw, and Trevor Jackson. And headed to random.org. Dual press proofs, William Perry, Michael Dean Perry, Eric Dickerson, Marshall Falk, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel. And triple press proofs, Marcel Reed, Casey Conception, Le'Veon Moss, Joe Montana, Joe Theismann, and Terry Hanratty. Alright, that is it for football. We are on to 2025 Topps Chrome Tennis Breakers Delight. First, we're going to head over to random.org and knock these 5 out. Back to that in just a second. All right, we've got Run of the Door pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice with your higher without fours. Nope, that's not going to work. That will. We're going to go 7 times on each random, starting off with Michael Dean Perry and William Perry. That is 6 times. Final roll. William Perry with the win. Congratulations. Eric Dickerson and Marshall Falk. That is 6 times. Final roll. Eric Dickerson with the win. Congratulations. Danny Werfel and Tim Tebow. Final roll. Danny Werfel taking it home. Congratulations. Marcel Reed, Casey Conception, and Le'Veon Moss. Final roll. Marcel Reed with the win. Congratulations. And finally, Joe Montana, Joe Theismann, and Terry Hanratty. That is 6 times. Final roll. Terry Hanratty with the win. Congratulations. All right. That is our football. Thank you all again. And we are on to 2025 Topps Chrome Tennis Breakers Delight here in just a second. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B3. We've got a 1 case of 2025 Topps Chrome Tennis Delight to get into. Well, you get started. Feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. And that'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we go live and if you're live. Also mention no printed essay from link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Yulia Platinseva, 42 of 50. Taylor Preston, 148 of 150. Ji Wang, Nicholas Majea. Soribus Tormo, 5 of 10. Chu Sen-Sang, 16 of 25. Hubert Urkach, 17 of 50. Michael Momo. Clementia DK, 20 of 99. Clearly you. Nicholas Moreno de Albaron, and Andre Agassi. Box number 2. Gies Brower, 87 to 199. Cameron Norrie, 121 to 199. Oh, they didn't need that. Fair warning, something might be a little OC. Mariano Navone, Anteo Gigante, Ilya Marshenko, 5 to 50. Sophia Kennan, Tommy Paul, 5 of 50. Linda Fervatova, 15 to 150. Zizou Bergs, Daniela Collins, Elena Avanasayan, and Coco Gauff, Youthquake, 56 to 75. Box number 3. Omar Jaseka, 104 to 125. Peter Sadat Maya, 191 to 199. Katrina Scott. Roberto Bautista Algo. Gabriel Mogruja. Stefano Napolitano, 20 to 65. Maya Joint. Coleman Wong, 137 to 150. Ryan Harrison. Camila Osorio. Yiming Wu. And Emma Navarro, Youthquake. Box 4. Donna Vekic, 14 of 199. Leonard Tien, 7 of 199. Ugo Mbea. Tatiana Maria. Mackenzie McDonald. Jake Fearnley, 1265. Cooper Voston Dick, Martin Landalup, Benoit Poirier, Marina Stakusic, Ashton Kruger, 67 to 150, and 56 to 75, Jessica Pegula. Box 5. Shu Sin Sang, 20.99. Caroline Garcia, 99 to 150. Jesper de Jong. Alexis Galardo, Elena Ostapenko, Lauren Locoli, 13/50. Lerner Tien, Nastia Shunk, 120/150. Priska Nugroho, Luciana Duderi, 4/5 for Killian Feldbosch. And Marta Kostyuk. Madison Keys, 23/25. Roman Andreas Borushaga, 40/150. Kaylin Biggin, Marta Kostyuk, Lin Zhu, Max Purcell, 1/10. Alex Mickelson, Shantaro Mochizuki, Mitchell Kruger, Luciano Duderi, Killian Feldbosch, 101/150. And Paula Badosa, 3/10. Box 7. Otto Vertanen, 43/125. Evan Navarro, 105/150. Luciano Duderi. Taylor Preston, Matteo Gigante, 3/65. Constant Lestiena, 25/25. Donna Vekic, Celine Naef, Fabian Marozhin, Toby Kodab, Harry Vindelkin, 24/99, and Youthquake for Alex Mickelson. Box 8. Zizou Bergs, 103/125. Taylor Preston, 44/99. Nerman Fatic. Filip Karjinovic. Margot Chardon. Martina Trevisan, 36/50. Eva Jovic. Oh. Fernando Contreras. Robin Montgomery, 76/150. Sebastian Baez, 98/99. Emiliana Arango. And Carlos Alcaraz. Box 9. Liv Hoved, 112 of 150. Mark Andre Husler, 20 of 125. Clara Burrell. Might be going crazy, but I feel like that this should be numbered. It's not though. This is a black, but there's just nothing on it. Okay. Arthur Kujau. Alexander Zverev, 38 of 50. Okay. Shelby Rogers, 1 of 2. Taylor Preston, 61 of 150. Haley Baptiste, 47 of 99. Camila Osorio. Monica Puig. Bianca Andreescu, 64.99, and Bon Voyage for Elena Rybakina. That was just odd all around. Spot the difference. Box 10. Christian Flipkins, 65 of 125. Roman Andreas Roshawa, 13 of 99. Harold Mayat. Karel Ngnoy, Coco Gauff. Francesco Maestrelli, 16 of 50. Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova, 21 of 25. Nicholas Moreno de Albaron. Olivia Gadecki, 34 of 150. Benoit Paire, 86 of 99. Michael Momo. And Beatrice Sadat Maya, 14 of 50. Box 11. Alicia Parks, 42 of 199. Juan Pablo Figovic, 93 of 99. Andy Roddick. Elena Avanesian, Elsa Giacomo. Dennis Shapovalov, 21 of 65. Emiliano Arango, 9 of 25. Marina Sakusic. Claire Liu. Harold Mayat. Winioso Egwe. And Nuno Borges. Final box of the break, box of 12. Good luck, everybody. Bianca Andreescu, 151 to 199. Alexander Mueller, 38 to 199. Luciano Dederi, Hugo Gaston. Juan Pablo Figovic. Nicholas Mejia, 1 to 50. Brenda Fervatova. Marta Kostyuk. Redemption for Kaylin Biggin. Bjorn Fratangelo. Elias Yimmer. 88 to 99. And Francis Tiafo. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second. Also, as a reminder, we do have more of this up and running, so we do look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. For the heads, Claire Liu, Hubert Hurkacz, Clement Shadike, Coco Goff, Elena Avanasayan, Daniela Collins, Cameron Norrie, Gies Brower, Beatrice Adad-Maya, Coleman Wong, Camila Osorio, Donna Vekic, Cooper Vostendick, Benoit Poiré, Ashton Kruger, Caroline Garcia, Jonathan Sang, Alex Mickelson, Donna Vekic, Celine Naef, Fabian Marozhin, Harry Wendelkin, Emma Navarro, Fernanda Contreras, Emiliana Arango, Carlos Alcaraz, Alina Rebekina, Alexander Zverev, Haley Baptiste, Camila Osorio, Francisco Maestrelli, Benoit Poiré, Beatrice Adad-Maya, Alicia Parks, Juan Pablo Figovic, Denis Shapovalov, Harold Mayotte, Claire Liu, Bianca Andreescu, Alexander Mueller, Brenda Fervatova, Elias Yimmer, and Bjorn Fratangelo. Kristen Flipkins, Nicholas Moreno de Albaron, Michael Momo, Elena Fervatova, Omar Jessica, Stefano Neapolitano, Maya Joint, Leonard Tien, Jake Fearnley, Martin Landaluke, Marina Stakusic, Jessica Pagulin, Luciano Dederi, Priska Nugroho, Nastia Shunk, Leonard Tien, Laurent Lacoli, Mitchell Kruger, Luciano Dederi, Killian Feldbosch, Otto Vertanen, Matteo Gigante, Martina Trevisan, Liv Hovd, Marc-Andre Hussler, Monica Puig, Nicholas Moreno de Albaron, Olivia Gadecki, Michael Momo, Marina Stakusic, Nicholas Mejia, Marta Kostyuk, and Caleb Biggett. Sophia Kennan, Taylor Preston, Yulia Potentseva, Zizou Bergs, Ryan Harrison, Yibing Wu, Roman Andreas Berushaga, Shintaro Mochizuki, Toby Kodat, Sebastian Baez, Robin Montgomery, Taylor Preston, Zuzu Bergs, Taylor Preston, Roman Andreas Borushaga, and Whitney Osuegwe. Shonasen Sang, Sarah Sorribes Tormo, Tommy Paul, Killian Feldbausch, Max Purcell, Madison Keys, Paulo Bedosa, Constant Lestiana, Iva Jovic, technically not numbered, but of 2, Clara Burrell, and Shelby Rogers. Bianca Andreescu, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova, Emiliana Arango. Alright, that is it for tennis. We are on to 2025 Leaf and the Game Used Multi-Sport. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes. Back to that shortly. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks on Beef. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf and the Game Used Multi-Sport to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and tips as a seller on eBay. And that'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. As you know, we go live at eBay Live. Also mention no purchase essay from link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Cristiano Ronaldo, 6 of 6. Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, 1 of 10. Dick Williams, 5 of 8. Greg Maddox, 19 of 25. And Emmitt Smith, 3 of 4. Box 2. Ronaldo Nazario, 19 of 25. Patrick Ewing, 35 of 50. Magic Johnson, 42 of 65. Artist Gilmore, 5 of 10. And Karl Malone, 2 of 2. Yeah, both Mahomes and Brady, making my life so much easier. Box 3. Ted Simmons, Keith Hernandez, 21 of 45. Tony Cruz and Rodrigo, 9 of 45. Karl Malone, 4 of 6. Marshall Faulk, 2 of 35. And Charles Barkley, 2 of 12. Box 4. Garincha, 23 of 65. Diego Maradona, 50 of 65. Joker, 1 of 2. Mike Schmidt, 420. And Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, Patrick Mahomes, 8 of 25. Box 5. Bob Waterfield, 1 of 15. Kylian Mbappe, 12 of 65. Barry Sanders, 43 of 45. Gary Payton, 3 of 5. And Conor McGregor, 8 of 8. 6. Neymar, 1 of 5. Dick Williams, 5 of 5. Kobe Bryant, 25 of 55. George McIntyre, 8 of 12. And Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, 2 of 3. That's cool. John Stockton, 4-6. Marquinhos, 15 of 15. Trae Young, 5 of 5. Gabriel Batistuta, 7 of 10. And 2 of 8. Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley, and David Robinson. You have Hogan and Flair? My God. What a day. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it's going to be G-Mac the whole way this year. Then, depending on how he looks towards the end, they might take the red shirt off of Faison. Most likely it'll just be the whole way, though. See what we got. Most likely, though, it'll be Faison next year. I don't think he's going to sit for 2 years behind him. Box 8, Bob Gibson, Orlando Cepeda, Lou Brock, and Roger Maris. Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson. Roger Federer, 1 of 5. That's 4-7. Mark McGuire, 9 of 10. And Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Bo Jackson, George Brett Saberhagen, and Jan Stenerud. 29 of 30. Well, before that box, we were on a good pace to have to do the fewest randoms that we've had so far in this product. And the most autos, but that kind of clipped out a bit. Whoa, and we got a big one on the back. Patrick Mahomes, 22 of 25. Phil Foden, 33 of 65. Ken Griffey Jr., 16 of 45. Tony Armas, 6 of 6. And Pristine 16, 8 of 8. Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Grant Hill, Chris Webber, Scottie Pippen, Gary Payton, John Stockton, Alonzo Mourning, Chris Mullin, Reggie Miller, Latrell Sprewell, and Detlef Schrempf. Boom. Yeah, I think Leaf made up pretty well getting him early and then also getting Faison as well. So just both the potential starters locked in for like a top 25 nationally. Probably closer to like top 10 program. I'm sure Josh is happy. Final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Roy Campanella, 4-6. 1-12, Robin Yount, Paul Molitor. Johnny Damon, Kurt Schilling, Pedro Martinez, and Manny Ramirez, 1-8. 32-45, Deuce Knight. And 3-4, Pele, Neymar, Messi, David Beckham, Diego Maradona, Franz Beckenbauer, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Ronaldo Nazario. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second. And then we will take care of all of our randoms. So we do have a couple. Not as many as normal, but a couple. All right. For the hits, Emmitt Smith, Cristiano Ronaldo, Dick Williams, Greg Maddux, Artis Gilmore, Charles Barkley, Diego Maradona, Garrincha, Bob Waterfield, Barry Sanders, Gary Payton, Conor McGregor, Dick Williams, George McIntyre, Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, Gabriel Batistuta, and Deuce Knight. Karl Malone, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, Magic Johnson, Patrick Ewing, Marshall Faulk, Karl Malone, Mike Schmidt, Nikola Jokic, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Kobe Bryant, John Stockton, Marquinhos, Mark McGuire, Patrick Mahomes, Phil Foden, and Ken Griffey Jr. Ronaldo Nazario, Trae Young, Roger Federer, Tony Armas, and Roy Campanella. And headed to random.org. Robin Yount, Paul Molitor, Tony Cruz, Rodrigo, Keith Hernandez, Ted Simmons, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, Pedro Martinez, Kurt Schilling, Johnny Damon, and Manny Ramirez, Lou Brock, Roger Maris, Bob Gibson, Orlando Cepeda, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Bo Jackson, George Brett, Brett Saberhagen, and Jan Zetterin, Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley, David Robinson, Pele, Messi, Neymar, Maradona, Beckham, Franz Beckenbauer, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Ronaldo Nazario. And Pristine 16, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Grant Hill, Chris Webber, Scottie Pippen, Gary Payton, John Stockton, Alonzo Mourning, Chris Mullin, Reggie Miller, Latrell Sprewell, and Detlef Schrempf. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank you all again. This was BMC Collectibles Breaks. I look forward to having you all back in here sometime soon. Appreciate you spending a little bit of your Monday morning with us. I hope you got your week started off right. And we're going to head over to random.org real quick and knock all these out. We'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, we've got Random the Dork pulled up and good to go. Gotta roll some dice. Give it their high value for us. We're gonna go 7 times on each random. Starting off with Robin Yup, Paul Molitor. That is 6 times. Final roll. Paul Molitor with the win. Congratulations. Tony Cruz and Rodrigo. That's 7 times. Rodrigo with the win. Congratulations. Keith Hernandez and Ted Simmons. Final roll. Keith Hernandez with the win. Congratulations. Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson. That is 6 times. Final roll. Dennis Johnson with the win. Congratulations. Kurt Schilling, Johnny Damon, Manny Ramirez, and Pedro Martinez. Final roll. Johnny Damon with the win. Congratulations. Bob Gibson, Roger Maris, Elena Cepeda, and Lou Brock. Final roll. Bob Gibson with the win. Congratulations. Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, Patrick Mahomes. Final roll. Joe Montana with the win. Congratulations. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Bo Jackson, George Brett, Brett Saberhagen, Jan Stenerud. Final roll. Joe Montana with the win. Congratulations again. Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley, David Robinson. Final roll. Charles Barkley with the win. Congratulations. Pele, Lionel Messi, Neymar, David Beckham, Diego Maradona, Franz Beckenbauer, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldo Nazario. Final roll. Cristiano Ronaldo. Taking it home. Congratulations. And finally, Keem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Grant Hill, Chris Webber, Scottie Pippen, Gary Payton, John Stockton, Alonzo Mourning, Chris Mullen, Reggie Miller, Trell Sprewell, and Dallas Shrimp. Final roll. Chris Mullen with the win. Congratulations. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank y'all again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. We look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. And hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday.